Hello everyone, welcome back to Roses in Houston channel. If you are new here, welcome. And if you have been here for a while, welcome back. In this video, I would like to share with you what's blooming in this corner. Right now, this side of the garden is in full bloom. As you can see, almost in full bloom. There's a few roses that are not blooming right now, but for the most part I have several that are blooming, so I'm going to name them for you so that you know which varieties they are in case you want to add them to your garden. So let's start with, how about this one right here? This one is Bliss Parfuma. It has a very romantic soft color and fragrance as well. This is Bliss. And it is also very healthy. It will do really well in a no spray garden. It has some thrift damages, but as the blooms open up, they look pretty good. Very pretty and very green, very healthy. Love the blooms. And the next one that I absolutely love, it is finally taking off this year, is Fun in the Sun. It is such a gorgeous rose. Fun in the Sun, this one. This one I bought as an en route rose from High Country Rose in 2021, I believe, and took a while for this one to finally get going. It struggled to grow for the first, I would say, 2 years. Black spot and just very slow to grow for some reason, at least in my experience, but it can be different for others. But finally this year it has grown so much as far as the height, and so many more blooms this year. The colors are absolutely stunning, and I forgot if it has fragrance or not, so let me, yes, it does have fragrance, but I cannot really describe what it is. It's like it's not fruity. I don't know how to describe it. Or maybe that red rose over there is overpowering right now because there's like tons of them. But anyhow, this rose is absolutely stunning. In the summertime, the bloom tends to be like more yellow as well, but right now it has this pink, kind of pink, peachy. It has a really interesting color combination here. So many blooms on here. I love this one, so stunning. And this year though, it seems healthier compared to the past 2 years, so that is great news. When they finally become healthier and more resistant to pests and diseases. Do you love this one as well? So remember that name, Fun in the Sun, if you want to add to your garden. And the one next to it is Violet Pride. Violet Pride is another great rose. It is very prolific. This one, I think I added to my garden last spring. So that's 2023. So this year has been like a year old. This one is grafted bare root. It is such a prolific bloomer. So for the purple lavender rose, I would say I have with a similar color, I also have Love Song. However, in my experience, Violet Pride performs better than Love Song. But remember, that's just in my experience, it can be different for others depending on the growing condition. My Love Song is just struggling to grow, and I have had it longer than Violet Pride. So this one is another great one. So we are going to go to that side. So here's a Love Song that I'm talking about. I have had this one for so long, and it's struggle to grow. It almost died one time when there's a freeze here in Texas, but it has grown back because this is an own root. Okay, so this one right here, the pink in the front, is Wicked Sister from Antique Rose Emporium. That pretty, and the bloom is so pretty. Wicked Sister. It just finished its flush, and actually there's like a few more blooms left. I didn't get to see they all open up because I was out of the country for a few weeks. So when I came back, there's so many spent blooms on here that I just removed. But it is such a pretty rose. I mean, the name is interesting, Wicked Sister. So I know the name is not something that that may sound like it doesn't have the fancy rose name per se. Some people don't are not attracted to it because of the name, but I think it's a really good rose, beautiful one. However, it struggled to grow for me for the first year. However, this year is finally taking off. And the red one that is blooming its heads off right now, the color can be hard to capture because of it is so red and still bright out here. The red one, Bordeaux by Cordes Rose, the German bred rose. This rose is so fragrant. It smells like red wine. It's the very first red rose that I added to my garden. And in cooler weather, the color is like deep red. But right now it's kind of bright red. Smell amazing. Every time walk past this section, smells so good. And let's take a look at this lovely corner right here. So we have 3 different beauties here, and they all have been planted at the same time 3 years ago. Over 3 years ago, back around, I would say, fall of 2020. So these are ones of the very first roses that I start growing during the pandemic. So we have Desdemona. Has not bloomed a whole lot this year, just a little bit here and then. Seem to be struggling some, but it is still blooming. And we also have Boscobel back there. Boscobel is not blooming as much compared to last year, but it's still blooming pretty. Last but not least, though this one is so prolific, it is Plum Perfect. I cannot count how many blooms are on here. It is crazy, crazy, crazy beautiful. I love the color combination here because we have purple, we have kind of salmon pink colors there, and then white of Desdemona. And the Plum Perfect is getting really tall. I have a windy backyard. See how many flowers. So pretty. This rose though, I do not detect any fragrance. If there is, then it must be super light, but I do not detect anything. And did I mention it is super healthy too? I think I may have mentioned in different videos that the first few years, maybe the first 2 years, it's kind of, this one doesn't suffer a whole lot from black spot, but Chili Thrips totally love this rose, even though it's not light color, but Chili Thrips really love Plum Perfect too, in addition to all other roses. And I just finished deadheading, doing light pruning on all my roses after coming back. Left my garden for 3 weeks, so there's quite a lot to do to clean up. I'm not done pulling weeds, but I have made good progress so far. And all of the light pruning, deadheading finally completed, so hopefully we will get more flush to come before the summer. And for anyone who is new to rose gardening and maybe looking for information on how to care for roses, there are resources on the website at rosesinhouston.com that you can check out. There's a free blog post as well as monthly subscription and guidebooks that you can purchase as well, if that is something that you are interested in, at rosesinhouston.com. So I think that will be it for this video. Hope you enjoy these blooms here in this video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a lovely day. Bye.